Hey guys, it's me, your host, the J-Man. And today I'm going to do things differently. Instead of doing a UFC 117 review, I'm just going to give you my opinion and talk about some of the fights, but pretty much just the main event. I'm going to be focusing on that. I want to talk about Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen, and basically how I'm so disappointed in both of them, and that the thought, the very idea of this fight makes me sick. I'll tell you why. Alright, first of all, I want to let you know I'm an avid fan of MMA, UFC, mixed martial arts, and the whole 9 yards. I am to the nine, an MMA fan. Okay, I'm always watching UFC on television, and Strikeforce as well, CBS. I don't have Showtime, but I would tune in if I could, most certainly. And for the pay-per-views, I'm always at the sports bar watching the pay-per-views. I rarely ever miss it. Make sure I watch basically every single fight on the card. And then I even go and watch the after shows. I watch videos on YouTube, videos all over the internet about interviews and just everything that's going on in MMA. Read articles. I buy the magazines. I buy, merchandise, shirts, hats, gloves, you name it, everything. And then action figures, I have some of those. My point is that I am an avid fan. I don't know how to be any more or any bigger of a UFC MMA fan than I already am. So I'm not trying to discredit the sport. I don't want to take anything away from it, and I respect the fighters tremendously, and I'm here to promote it. I'm here to promote discussion and debate, but at the same time, all for the benefit of the sport and the fighters. But having said that, I have to talk about my utter disgust for Anderson Silva, and really Chael Sonnen too. Between the two of them, I have to say that I dislike Anderson Silva more, but I strongly dislike both of them. And Anderson Silva, of course, you should know why. If you've seen my other videos, I had my complaints about him, and it still holds true, even more so today. But Chael Sonnen, here's the deal. I don't like this guy because he talks so big and so bold. I mean, he is such a mouth. He talks more trash than anyone I've ever heard. I'm sure there's guys in boxing that, make him look like nothing, but Chael Sonnen has said so much shit in regards to Anderson Silva, and I don't think he can back it up. I mean, I doubt it. The guy's probably going to get cleaned out. If he doesn't get knocked out, he's most likely going to be submitted. He's going to wear himself out trying to wrestle Anderson Silva, trying to get him down, and then once he does get him down, what's he going to do? They're going to be scrambling, and Anderson's going to just maintain control. Chael is going to wear himself out. By about the third or fourth round, he's hardly going to be able to defend, and eventually he's going to get caught in a submission if he keeps driving Anderson to the floor and forcing a wrestling match. Anderson has superior jiu-jitsu, superior submission skills. He's got the physical tools, long legs, long arms, lanky. He can get in between gaps. Just believe that Anderson Silva's going to win, no doubt. Chael's a tough guy. He's a grinder, that's for sure. But I don't think he can make it all 5 rounds. If he does, once again, Anderson Silva, I believe, will pull off the decision victory. He's a better striker, so he'll have that advantage the whole time. Chael will constantly have to be on the move or evading, which means Anderson can control the pace of the fight, the direction of the fight. That's the way I see it going. But really, the banter between these two guys, I've had enough of it. It's sickening. Chael has said just about everything in the book against Anderson Silva, but all to his discredit, because the guy, I don't think he can back it up. If he does, wow, I'll be amazed. I'll be floored. But you should never talk that much crap. Never. I mean, I understand you're trying to sell the fight, you're trying to hype it up, but there's other ways of doing it other than making yourself sound like a jackass with all these overblown comments. The things he says are just preposterous. Granted, Anderson Silva, he does deserve a lot of criticism because, you know, not just his antics from that previous fight, but if you look at the things he said, the things that he talks about and the way he says things, like, oh, I'm going to retire when I'm 35. Well, you're already 35. So like, what are you waiting for? He says, oh, I'm going to fight light heavyweight as soon as I'm done with Chael and Vitor. Like, I'm going to go fight light heavyweight. But now he's changed his mind. He's back to, oh, I'm going to retire at middleweight. And then, you know, remember before he was talking about fighting Frank Mir? He wanted to fight with Frank Mir. You know, what a bunch of garbage. The things that come out of this guy's mouth, you just can't take him seriously. You know, it's from moment to moment with this guy. He makes up whatever he wants and says whatever is convenient. So, this fight, I'm really not interested in it. To me, the main event, the actual main event, is John Fitch versus Thiago Alves. And that should be the #1 contender spot. It will be, and rightfully so. And that's going to be an exciting fight. But I think that deserves more credit than it's getting. Anderson Silva is overrated, even though he's a good fighter. But I don't think he doesn't deserve to be in that kind of spotlight because he doesn't sell the pay-per-views that well. Chael Sonnen, this guy ain't that great. All right, he had to work like hell to beat Nate Marquardt. If you go back and look at his record, he's been submitted by Forrest Griffin even. Most of his wins come by decision. He's really not a finisher. But there you go. There you have it. My UFC 117 thoughts. Make sure you give me your comments, and I'll see you next time.